Dennis Schutzenhofer grew up in Fairview Heights, Illinois. Went to St. Albert the Great Parish, which is no longer there, where the mall is. When I went to school there was nothing there but cornfields. Belleville Township High School West, class of '67, and SIU Edwardsville, class of '71, and then master's degree in chemistry, '73. Any kid that grew up in the 50s and the 60s, which I did, a baby boomer, was passionate about baseball. We all collected baseball cards. We didn't have games on TV every day, so we didn't get to see them. They were like gods to us. You know, when we did see them on a baseball card, they were like supernatural heroes and everything. So my idols were Stan Musial and Don Blasingame, and he was a second baseman, I was a second baseman. Been a Cardinal fan all my life. Great memories with my dad going over to Grandin Dodier 2 stadiums ago. Parking in some guy's front yard, you know, giving him $5 and going to the games, and great memories. And I'm passionate about Cardinal baseball, and when I got a chance to become a batting practice pitcher, I jumped at it, and the rest is history.
Oh, one more shooter.
I got my opportunity first through a common friend of Dave McKay. Got a tryout in the spring of 2000 on opening day. It was rainy and cold, and I thought I was going to be throwing to some grounds crew and ushers or something, and the first guys I threw to were Fernando Vina, Placido Polanco, J.D. Drew, and Edgar Renteria, and I was scared to death. And I remember my first throws were so bad I couldn't believe it, because I'm used to throwing right down the middle. When I got loose, everything was fine, and I remember J.D. Drew saying, we can hit off this guy, you know, he's all right. And I threw to those guys for 2 years, and that same group and everything. Every person will tell you that when you've been throwing to a target all your life, like pitchers throw to a mitt, infielders throw to a first baseman who's got a target, and then you start throwing to something that doesn't have a target and try to be accurate. That's very difficult. So throwing strikes without a catcher is so difficult, and you just develop a rhythm. That's what you say, and once you develop that rhythm after about 4 or 5 throws, you can be daydreaming and thinking about something else, and I can still put it right down the middle and everything. And most people think that a strike zone you have to hit is the actual strike zone, but really the strike zone is like this. It's about a foot square that you have to hit belt high that they like, and the purpose of batting practice is twofold. One is to center the ball for the hitters. When they hit line drive, you know you're doing your job. If they have to reach for the ball and they're fouling them off, you're having a bad day. And the second purpose is to get used to the hitting background. Yeah. Well, the upper body has never been a problem with me, because like all kids back in the 50s and 60s, we threw rocks and bottles and sticks and mud balls and snowballs and everything else we could find. So you just get strong as a kid, you know, throwing all that. And I played we played baseball from sunrise to sunset, so always had a strong arm. And as I grow older, I just realize how important the legs are. I never knew why pitchers had to run so much, but now I know, because after about 20 minutes of batting practice, I get winded and start sucking air, and the legs are the thing that goes first. So I'm much better shape now than I was 5 or 6 years ago, because I'm lifting weights and working at it, and I think I can do this till I'm 70. I'll be 66 this summer. Yeah, I love officiating basketball in the wintertime. I officiate 5 or 6 nights a week, both high school and college. But when February 1st rolls around, I couldn't care less about basketball. And when I get to come down here on February 10th, and they take care of me, and they're so good to me, I'm just rejuvenated. I have a 19-hour drive from St. Louis down to Jupiter, and I enjoy every minute of it, because I can't wait to get here. It's great. Oh, I'm so enthusiastic, because we're working so hard at conditioning. If we stay healthy, we're set at every spot. But again, you know, like last year, we thought last year was going to be a great year. We were solid at every spot, and then we had 3 or 4 guys that just had terrible slumps for half of a year, and you can't predict things like that. So we're cautiously optimistic. Jason Hayward, we think, is going to be a real star for us. He's made some adjustments with John Mabry on his stance and his hitting, and I think John Mabry is an underrated hitting coach, by the way. And I think we're going to be real good, and just stay healthy. And I love our competition for our starting rotation. That's fabulous, with Marco Gonzalez and Carlos Martinez and Jaime Garcia battling for that 5th spot. So I can't wait for the season to start.